my name is Sherry Montgomery, and today I'm going to be interviewing Tina. Hi, I would like to introduce Tina Montgomery, and today she's going to be sharing with us her personal experiences of living on a sailboat. Tina, could you tell me what kind of boat you lived on, who you lived with, and where you guys were docked?
We lived on a 37-foot Tiana sailboat. It was docked in St. Thomas for most of the time we were living on it. It was also moored off of St. Thomas in one of the big bays. I lived with my husband Jake and our two dogs, Crew and Dozer.
How long did you live on the boat?
About 5 years.
Wow, that's a long time. I'm sure that many people have different reasons for living on a sailboat. Can you share why you chose to live on this unique environment?
Yes, my husband actually purchased the boat before we got engaged, and I followed him to the Caribbean to live aboard the boat, so I found a life down there with him.
Living on a sailboat, like other homes, has many challenges and benefits. Could you share some of those with us?
Yes. It was, the benefits I would say were, we had our own personal space with, we had everything we needed. So it was like just a small studio apartment. It was perfect for just us. And then, and we could go anywhere we wanted to. Our home would go with us if we wanted to travel by water. Those are the benefits. The challenges were probably when we were moored, having to take a dinghy in and out to the boat, and hurricane season was challenging for me.
So you mentioned living in a small space. What were some of the challenges with that? Did you have room for storage? Did you have time for, what did you do when you needed me time? Those kind of things. A small space is hard to live in sometimes.
It wasn't too difficult to live in. It didn't feel claustrophobic. It just felt like, it was definitely something you had to adjust to. We had a lot of storage. A boat, every part of the boat is used for storage. So we had that. We had a full kitchen, so I was able to cook. And then even though we lived in a small space, we lived in an area with water and a huge environment that we could be outside in often because of the weather. So that's how we would get away and have our own time, I guess.
So you talked about Crew and Dozer, your dogs. How did they like living on the sailboat?
Our dogs, Crew and Dozer, loved living on the boat. They got a lot of walks, so they would go on probably 4 walks a day because they didn't have anywhere to go to the bathroom on the boat. So we took them out often, and they loved riding the dinghy back and forth. It was like a dog riding in the car with the window down. Lots of wind blowing in their faces. So.
Cool. Living on the dock or in a marina is like a neighborhood, I assume. So can you share the types of people you met, if you were able to build relationships, if there was anything that was out of unique that was kind of special in that setting?
Yes, it was like a neighborhood. We had a lot of different age groups of people that we met. A lot of the friends that we made were older because not a lot of people our age live aboard a sailboat or aboard a boat anyway. And there was the crazy ones that are escaping real life and wanting just to live on a boat and not have to do anything else. And then there's the ones that are retired, and then there's the young ones that are adventurous like we were and we're living on the boat. So we made a lot of different friends, ones that have sailed around the world, and then ones that have just stayed docked their whole life there.
Everyone has a funny story or two that makes them laugh and reminds them of their life experiences. Can you share one funny story that you recall about life living on the sailboat?
Yes, one that comes to mind is our dog Dozer. He's the oldest one. He knew that we would have to get into the dinghy every day to go to work. So we took him out for his morning walk on the beach, came back, got ready for work, and then he had been up on the deck of the boat, and we called him in. We said, Dozer, come on, Dozer, come. And he wasn't coming in. And so we went out there, and he was sitting in the dinghy. He was stuck in there because he jumped in and he couldn't get back out, but he wanted to go with us. He said, you're not leaving without me. So that's one of the funny things that Dozer's done while we were on the boat.
Did you have any opportunity to go sailing or any other adventures while you were on the sailboat?
Yes, we did have quite a few adventures on the boat. We worked a lot, so we didn't get away as much as we'd like to, but we sailed to the British Virgin Islands often. We met friends there who were captains of yachts over there. We sailed around Puerto Rico and St. Thomas. I experienced night sailing, all kinds of fun stuff. So there were lots of adventures.
Life experiences often bring with them opportunities to learn something about yourself. Could you share one of those with the viewers?
Once I started living on the boat, I learned that it is not all striped shirts and cocktails. It's a lot of hard work, and it's a lot of taking risk and challenging my fears. So that gave me an opportunity to do that, even though I did cave to some of my fears in the end. But yes, that's the biggest thing, probably just opportunity to challenge myself in sailing, in meeting new people, in learning new things on how to fix the boat and sail the boat and all that. So
I'd like to thank Tina for sharing her experiences and some insight into what it's like to live on a sailboat. And I hope the viewers had the opportunity to gain a little bit more knowledge, and maybe if they're thinking about this opportunity as a lifestyle, to make that choice with some of the information that Tina shared with us. So I thank you for watching this little video, and I thank Tina very much for being part of it.